things, and there's this argument about why do you guys put them first and all of that. I don't know what goes on backstage in terms of the organizers and who decides who goes first, who goes last. But I'm making that appeal. If you are supporting the local acts and you want to see them perform, the event starts at 7 or 8, you need to be there. Be there to see what our local acts are bringing to the table, and I can tell you they are going to come with their A game as usual. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Stay with us.
It has been 2 years since Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew led his team to victory at the polls and assumed the reins of government. He and his team came to office on the promise of restoring our nation to its glory days, when good governance assured every citizen and resident was guaranteed economic stability and employment, quality health care and education, modern housing, and visionary social protections. But where are they now? And how do they measure up in delivering on the promises made to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis? Join me, Ebony Brandon, on ZIZ Television each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Fridays at 8 p.m. for the limited episode series, The Nine, an era of transformation. As together we explore how the Dr. Terence Drew-led government has followed through on their commitment to transforming the nation into the world's first sustainable island state.
Hey, guess what? It's Radio Market.
Call in and sell your merchandise. You can negotiate, give away and trade.
We on radio, internet, and TV.
Like us, share us, and subscribe to
ZIZonline.com.
And remember, we don't sell nothing over $5,000. Join us every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock right here on ZIZ Radio. Call 465-6120, 465-1903, 662-8674, or 718-577-2916. ZIZ Radio, giving back to the people.
But Jeff, you living already, boss? You sure you could drive after them drinks?
Yeah, I could handle it, yeah. Ain't it too far from here. I'm gonna take my time.
Oh my God! Jeff, you're gone! I told you not to drink and drive!
The problem with drinking and driving is the morning after. Drink responsibly. This message was brought to you by the St. Kitts Nevis National Council on Drug Abuse Prevention in collaboration with SKNIS.
Whether it's a dress store on 4th Street, a snack in Kayon, or a village grocery in St. Paul's, our small businesses play an important role in our economy. By supporting these businesses, you are helping to create or keep a job or two and to revive our economy. Support our local small businesses. Buy local and keep the doors to our small businesses open. This message is brought to you by ZIZ in support of our small businesses across the Federation.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. For those of you who may have missed the full lineup for the St. Kitts Music Festival, which takes place from June 26th to 28th, 2025, for Thursday night we have Shensia, Signal Band, Trilogy, Patrice Roberts, Young Brother, Kester Band, Akayu Sweet, Tubap, Collision Band, and Honey Bees String Band. For Friday, 27th, we have Vibes Cartel, Barrington, is it Livy or Levi? Livy. Barrington Livy, Spice, Javinci, Chronic Law, Dejour, St. Kitts Steel Orchestra. Some people have been asking me, what is this? I want to believe it is a combination of the steel orchestras here in St. Kitts. As I've never heard of the St. Kitts Steel Orchestra. I know there's a Sugar City Steel Orchestra. So I believe it's a combination of the different steel orchestras here in St. Kitts. So the St. Kitts Steel Orchestra, DJ Tero, Ideli Nappy, Colin Wyatt. And then for Saturday night, we have Jennifer Hudson, Ira Starr, Romaine Virgo, Christopher Martin, Abena Amri, Virgil Hodge, and Nicholas Branca. And this is the complete lineup for the 2025 staging of the St. Kitts Music Festival. Tickets are now available. General admission or early bird special available until March 15th. And VIP and VVIP tickets available at regular prices. I have a question, and I'm not certain if it was even addressed yesterday, but I keep seeing early bird special for music festival. I'm like, what does that mean? I know it to be $135. So if the early bird is $135, then it kind of suggests that the price is going to increase, because if the price last year was $135, and then you're saying that the early bird this year is $135, it suggests that it's going to increase. But yes, that's the lineup for the 2025 staging of the St. Kitts Music Festival. It is an international event. People come from all corners of the globe to witness talent, to soca, reggae, dancehall, hip-hop, R&B, and the list goes on. And looking at the impact and how this benefits the economy, we're talking about hotels being fully booked out. I'm getting reports that hotels now are nearing maximum capacity, with some of the people like Vibes Cartel and Spice, Jennifer Hudson. People are following these people coming to St. Kitts. Rental companies are already saying that, boy, we don't have any more vehicles left. Service providers in terms of our vendors, people who are in the advertising business, you're seeing where business is increasing. At the same time, the St. Kitts Music Festival also sent out an invitation for expressions of interest, where the committee is inviting individuals and businesses to submit expressions of interest for festival-related activities slated for the 26th to the 28th. And so some of the services listed are parking attendance services, distribution and sale of music festival merchandise, food and beverage vending, photography and videography services, production services including the rental of stage, sound, lighting, and backline equipment, marketing services, security services, catering services, rentals for tents, chairs, and tables, security barricades, mobile restrooms and fencing, transportation services, decor, garbage disposal services, fringe activities, and cleaning services. And this invitation will remain open until Friday, March 14th, 2025. Interested parties are required to submit these expressions of interest on or before the date mentioned in a sealed envelope addressed to the St. Kitts Music Festival Selection Unit at the Ministry of Tourism, Pelican Mall, Bastia, St. Kitts, And for further information, please contact the Tourism Events Unit, Pelican Mall, at 467-1390. That is 467-1390. Or email St. Kitts Tourism Events Unit at gmail.com. And so if you're listening and you can offer any of these services, let's give the Ministry of Tourism a call at 467-1390, and they are going to provide you with additional details. I also want to share that St. Kitts is preparing for the 53rd staging, or Team St. Kitts rather, is preparing for the 53rd staging of the LIDC, which takes place in St. Martin this year. LIDC is the Leeward Islands Debating Competition, and that is slated for March 6th to 8th, 2025. I don't have the moods in terms of what they're going to debate, word for word, but I'll go back and get the information for you. But yes, St. Kitts is preparing for that, and there are students from the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. Of course, Nevis is the defending champions, and they too are preparing to defend their title at the 53rd staging of this event. They started preparations since December 2024, and they are still preparing. When debating, you must be able to speak on the spot, impromptu. You must be able to come up with a very robust and compelling debate right there. Of course, you get time to have a prepared speech, and then the rebuttal. I think the rebuttal is where most or a significant amount of the points is carried, but it tests your ability to speak in a public setting and your comprehension skills. And so students who are strong in English and literature, that's English A and B, usually are the ones who participate in a LIDC, which is the Leeward Islands Debating Competition. We'll open the phone lines now and begin taking your calls at 662-8674. That is 662-8674. I believe you have a caller there on the line. So we'll take our first call for this morning. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm not doing too bad for my age and enjoying my retirement.
All right. That's how we should be.
Yes. Question. Though they're saying, right, that we who are retired not entitled to the wallet, what about people who pass the retirement age and are still working but not yet reach Social Security age? Are they entitled to the wallet?
People who
pass retirement age but still working but not yet reach Social Security retirement age, they are entitled to the wallet?
Well, the retirement age varies in terms of who you work for. So for government, I believe it's 55.
Yes, but lots of people working for government in the 70s. Oh, sorry. Like 60 years old, ain't reach Social Security age yet, retirement age yet. So what about those? Those are entitled to the wallet,
they're not. Let me just make sure I understand what you're saying. So, let's say the government retirement age is 55, right?
55.
And you're
60 and 61 and still working.
Yeah. So let's say let's say you're 60 and you're still working, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting
Social Security pension.
Social Security pension. If you're getting the pension from the government and you're still getting whatever salary, and that goes over $5,000.
We know that.
I don't think you're going to qualify.
It's just an asking, not over $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Are you entitled to the wallet?
Oh, I don't know, Carla. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
That's a good question to ask.
But what I can tell you, though, is if you get over the $5,000, you wouldn't qualify.
I know that. We know that. That's why I'm asking this question that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other...
But sorry, not to cut you off, though, just to provide a little bit of context. There are people who are over 55 and over 62, but they're not pensioners, you know. As in, they did not work the amount of years to get a pension.
Right.
So
they qualify and not making 5,000.
Well, they would qualify for the budget boost wallet, if they make less than 5, because even though they are over 55 or over 62, they are not pensioners because they are not receiving a pension because they didn't put in enough to get a pension.
And the other question is, we are asking social services and things, when they are going to come up with something for we the pensioners who are making 1,000 and less and making way less than $5,000 in our pension.
But what do you mean come up for something? Something like what?
We are entitled to something. We are the lower class of the pension. Some people getting $500 for pension, you know?
Right, and I'm not disputing that, Carla, but it has been said time and time again for pensioners who are in need of additional assistance, because I don't think anybody is trying to dispute that. Assistance is available from the Ministry of Social Development, and they have listed those support.
Well, right.
Because I know of pensioners who get...
Because I am going to encourage many of the pensioners who are getting the very tiny pension to go there and see what they're going to do for us.
Yeah, and I join you in doing that as well. If you're a pensioner and you're getting, let's say, $500 a month, and that is not, of course, $500 a month is not going to help you cover all of your bills. But what I'm saying to you, Carla, if anybody is a pensioner and making that amount of money, and the Ministry of Social Development is saying that they are willing to provide, or they have services available or assistance available to those individuals, go and seek the assistance.
Yes. A few other things quickly. Please, saying to the parks and beaches and the step people who do cleaning and things, please come to the schools them on the weekend and clean them up. The Washington Archibald High School looks very terrible inside and outside. And the AVEC.
Them children need to clean the school.
No,
I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why. When I was going to school, right, whenever we had free session, the class teacher used to round us up, and we used to clean the school.
We used to clean up here because I was one of the first students in 1980.
Yeah, but Carla was saying to you, right, it didn't hurt us. He didn't kill us.
No, it didn't hurt us.
The children need to go clean the school.
But as time goes on, they change everything. And they're making things so easy.
We need to go back to them days there. That wasn't too far.
No.
I born 2000 and I've been about in the 80s and the 70s. In the early 2000s, we were cleaning the school, cleaning the class.
Yeah.
The school, Washington Archibald got in how much children? Over 1,000?
And they're making it so hard for the cleaners. Yeah, it's true. They're making it so hard for the cleaners. And they're getting everything to the beck and call, all paid for by the taxpayers. Yeah, the other thing, the schools them also, from primary to high school, are complaining that they need photocopy machine, they need printers, they have to leave. The teachers are complaining they have to leave school to go to town to pay to get these things done, while they could have been at the school prepping and preparing for other classes. Many of the schools from primary to high school are complaining they don't have no photocopy machine, they don't have no printers, nothing. They have to journey to town, use their own vehicles, some have to catch bus and beg ride and things to go get these things done, to get the class and get the students them prompt and proper. So please, if any companies, organization out there could donate, any people who attended schools, some of these schools could help donate, and the ministry should work along with the schools to get the schools up to date with these things. We've been hearing they're up with the electronic thing and all of this they're singing, but the schools them are way down with these things.
All right, Carla, thank you so much.
I'll be back.
Yeah, thank you so much for your contribution. I definitely understand what you're saying. I know a lot of teachers who pay for a lot of resources out of pocket. Printings, materials to ensure that they have a proper functioning classroom, it is funded from their own pocket. It's going to happen from time to time, but that shouldn't be the norm. That should not be the norm at all. It's 11:32 and you're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius. The phone lines are open. Call us at 662-8674. That's 662-8674. But I was telling you, Carla, man, when we were going to school, and you never allowed the school to run away. If you see a little bush on the fence, man, cut it down. You ain't got to call in parks and beaches or hire somebody to do that, because that's taxpayers' money going there. You know, so we got to find ways to keep the children them engaged, and maybe that's why some of the children so spoiled these days, because they want to do nothing. They want to do nothing. But just tell you from my experience when I was going to high school, man, you clean up the yard, and because at the end of the day, you in that environment. You're in that environment, whether in the class, in the school setting, or what's not. And it didn't kill me. I'm here hosting a program. It didn't kill me. I'm still alive. So I don't think it's going to kill them. You understand? So that's something that we really need to look at. It's 11:33 and we're taking your calls here on The Edge. Call us at 662-8674. That is 662-8674. On the regional scene, local and regional, St. Kitts and Nevis, of course, is participating in the CARICOM, in the 48th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community, CARICOM. Okay, let's take a pin. We have a call on the line. The caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Just a question. In relationship to the sport meets, last year there was an incident in Nevis when the Vultures coach was attacked and suffered injury. And we have heard, the public have heard nothing about what has happened to the case, if there even was a case. I remember you saying you was going to follow up on the matter, so you would not let it just slip away like that. But I haven't heard anything, so I'm just wondering if you, as the host, have heard anything concerning the matter.
Well, thank you so much, Carter, for bringing that, for reminding us of that. I have been one of the persons who kept following up, but I'll be honest with you, there has been little response from the authorities as it relates to that. And I to add to that, there have been other incidents. You get a statement from the Ministry of Education, you probably get a statement from the police, and even though you follow up, there is absolutely nothing. So I'm using this platform to call on the authorities that when you issue statements to say that you're investigating something, of course, the onus is on us as reporters to reach out to find out the status of the investigation. But the public is also waiting for information like yourself. So come back and give us the information.
I know.
But
you're right in the heart of the sports season again?
Yeah, with regards to that, though, attempts were made to follow up, not just from me, but I know some of my colleagues followed up, and little to no response.
Thank you. Just was wondering what was happening.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. 11:35 and we're taking your calls here on The Edge. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Carl Brown here again. Concerning sports also, we are calling on the Ministry of Education and the school, the parents, and the sporting fraternity. People, there are lots of what we call scholarship out here in terms of sports. The teachers, them are complaining from primary to high school that if you all go to the sports, because I have been to a few and the teachers, them are complaining, and we have seen it for ourselves, that the sport march part and the people who are taking part in sports is not, that they did not make the time and did not make the sport meeting. The teachers, them are complaining that the children don't want to take part in sports and in heats and anything to do with the athletic thing. That's why you see the sports, them so small, right? And the march part is so small. And why they start them so late that they could extend them out a little longer, because the very little bit of athletes that they get to take part in these sports. They need to get out there and promote to them that so much scholarships are out there and the future is in the hands. And they must try and take part in some of these things because some of them will reach very far and become very big and promote our nation maybe further than King Collins and Diane Donald Francis and all those folks that have blazed the trail for them. So we are calling on all those who have an interest to please to help and guide and advise these children that it is a great future for them. When you have a Judy morning, you don't have no problem with all these students, you know?
Well, you see, Carl, a lot of it is discipline, eh? And interest is like what they're interested in.
Into these things because they're losing out on many good scholarships. And they can't afford it. Lots of them parents and friends and cannot afford a scholarship. And if you can do a little sporting thing and get a full scholarship or even a half or three-quarter scholarship, you should be there and working hard to gain that. Right? The teachers, they're so upset and they stressed out how they have to be behind these students, right? To get to do something what is going to make the future brighter and bigger. That's why the sports team is so small and so little athletes, they say. Are gone.
All right, Carter, thank you for your contribution to the program. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. I definitely hear where the caller is coming from, and I think a lot of it has to do with discipline and really having somebody to push and encourage that child or encourage children. I mean, opportunities in sports are different areas, but if you want it, you go for it. But again, I believe a lot of it is discipline. Before the caller came in, I was sharing with you that St. Kitts and Nevis participated in the CARICOM meeting, which began on the 20th, which would have been Thursday, and it's 2 days of discussions tackling some of the most pressing issues affecting the Caribbean. And St. Kitts and Nevis, as you know, was present and represented by Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence True, and he identified key areas of focus for the government and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, that being health and human development, security, energy, the Global Sustainable Islands Summit, and the 25 by 2025 initiative. And he spoke to advancements that have been made and the progress as it relates to healthcare. So as CARICOM leaders engage in discussions over the coming days, Dr. Drew says that he remains steadfast in ensuring that the interests of St. Kitts and Nevis are represented on the regional agenda, and the involvement reflects the government's dedication to securing long-term economic stability, strengthening national and regional security, and positioning St. Kitts and Nevis as a leader in sustainable development. It's 11:41. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation here on The Edge. Stay with us.
Jeff, you leaving already, boss? You sure you could drive after them drinks?
Yeah, I could handle it, yeah. Ain't it too far from here. I'm gonna take my time.
Oh my God! Jeff, you're gone! I told you not to drink and drive!
The problem with drinking and driving is the morning after. Drink responsibly.
This message was brought to you by the St. Kitts Nevis National Council on Drug Abuse Prevention in collaboration with SKNIS. It has been 2 years since Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew led his team to victory at the polls and assumed the reins of government. He and his team came to office on the promise of restoring our nation to its glory days, when good governance assured every citizen and resident was guaranteed economic stability and employment, quality health care and education, modern housing, and visionary social protections. But where are they now? And how do they measure up in delivering on the promises made to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis? Join me, Ebony Brandon, on ZIZ Television each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Fridays at 8 p.m. for the limited episode series, The Nine, an Era of Transformation, as together we explore how the Dr. Terence Drew-led government has followed through on their commitment to transforming the nation into the world's first sustainable island state.
Hey, guess what? It's Radio Market.
Call in and sell your merchandise. You can negotiate, give and trade.
We on radio, internet, and TV.
Like us, share us, and subscribe to
ZIZonline.com.
And remember, we don't sell nothing over $5,000. Join us every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock right here on ZIZ Radio. Call 465-6120, 465-1903, 662-8674, or 718-577-2916. ZIZ Radio, giving back to the people.
The views and opinions expressed by participants and callers during this program are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation, its management, or sponsors. The station accepts no responsibility for statements. Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. It's 11:45. The phone lines are open and we're taking your call. 662-8674. 662-8674. If you're just tuning in, it's an open conversation, but I've shared some updates on the St. Kitts Music Festival, and Team Sync is preparing for LIDC. I think we have a call on the line, so we'll take this call. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. And you?
A question, if you can answer. The $1,000 that the children don't get, they don't get it, you know?
Yes.
Oh, because if they're getting $1,000 and they just say, it's a mommy and daddy one, they could go clean the school. You backing up for Ronnie for music festival?
If I do what?
Backing up for Ronnie for music festival.
If I'm backing up for you for music festival?
Yeah. And if I see you with a bottle drinking, where was rum or vodka?
Vodka.
All right. Have a good weekend.
You want some?
Well, I see you, but you don't want to give me none.
I want to give you some.
Okay. Well, next time I'm going to show you where I live.
Okay, then I'm going to bring 2 bottles of
Ali, you don't want nobody knock you down.
No, me good. I'll make sure look before cross.
Okay.
All right, you have a good day.
Hey, this relationship is getting deep, man. Now we have an invitation to home. And they're walking with drinks. Well.
Vodka. Not no regular drinks. Vodka.
I think we got another caller.
Caller, you're on the air. Good morning. Okay, we lost that one. 662-8674. That is 662-8674. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program. If you are just tuning in, I shared the full lineup for the St. Kitts Music Festival, and Team St. Kitts is gearing up for LIDC, that is the Leeward Islands Debating Competition, which takes place March 6th to 8th in St. Martin. And St. Martin is the host country and the host island, and the other islands that are participating are Nevis, which is defending champions, and we have Anguilla, Antigua. Yeah, Anguilla and Antigua. We have a caller on the line. Hello, caller.
Yes, hello. Good morning, the one. I just say, like, music festival and other activity, but you are supposed to say, God spare life, we ain't got life. But you are just opening because it's music festival. You are supposed to say, God spare our life to see music festival.
Yes,
I don't like why you just it because prayer come first before everything else. And they want to have a good day, good program, good weekend.
All right, you too. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your
Thank you.
Your weekend. All right, it is 11:48 and you're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. So the full lineup for the Singis Music Festival, LIDC. The phone lines are open, though. We're taking your calls. It's an open discussion for today. Anything happening here at St. Kitts and Nevis that you would like to make mention of? The caller spoke about the budget boost wallet and what is questioned one of the requirements. And I made the point that you have people who are over 55 or over 62, but they're not pensioners. So they've reached that age, but they're not receiving a pension. And so if they're working, if they're part of the active workforce, and they're making 5 or less, then they would qualify for the initiative. The cabinet secretary made the point that this is not this is different to the $1,000 that was given out, I believe, during independence in 2023 or 2022. It's targeted assistance. And so because of global inflation, where the cost of living is increasing and is really high, food and water, electricity, the items that you absolutely need to survive, the government has offered to offer assistance with regards to those programs. There was a question about whether why internet is not a part of any of the service providers, the internet service providers. And the point was made that, for example, one of the service providers, or I think all of the service providers, they not only offer internet, but they sell phones and these different things and so on. And the government it would not be targeted assistance if you get those funds and you go and you purchase a phone. You don't need a phone, but you need food, you need water, and you need electricity to have comfortable living. It's 11:50. The phone lines remain open at 662-8674. That is 662-8674. We're taking your calls here on the Edge. Call us and lend your voice to the conversation at hand. Let me share with you before we close the program for today that the Department of Environment concluded a good refrigeration practices training workshop. And the workshop, which ran from the 10th to the 15th of February, focused on minimizing the use of ozone-depleting substances, that's ODS, and transitioning to environmentally friendly alternatives. And the participants engaged in a blend of theoretical lessons and hands-on practical experiences covering topics such as safe equipment handling, regular maintenance, and effective recovery strategies. Colleen Latham, the National Ozone Coordinator, emphasized the importance of understanding the harmful impacts of ODS on the ozone layer, public health, and the sustainability of our planet. And this workshop was held at the AVEC compound, and it equipped 22 local technicians with essential skills to adopt sustainable refrigeration and air conditioning practices, aligning with the Sustainable Island State Agenda and the Montreal Protocol's HCFC Phase-Out Management Plan. Now, upon conclusion of the training, which was held Saturday or completed Saturday, participants engaged in a practical examination and the certificates of participation will be awarded to those who successfully passed the assessment. This certification not only validates their expertise but also enhances the quality of services with the RAC sector, contributing to a healthier ozone layer and a more sustainable future for the Federation. And the Department of Environment says it will continue to monitor and support the implementation of sustainable refrigeration practices, ensuring that the knowledge gained from this workshop translates into tangible actions. I think what is really good with this is now you've not only participated in this workshop, but you have certification to say, look, I have a little bit of training and experience in operating with refrigerators, and that's good. We'll head back to the phone lines. I think we have a caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning. Okay, we seem to have lost that call. 662-8674. That is 662-8674. We're taking your calls here on The Edge. Just about 6 minutes left before we wrap up the conversation for today. If you are just tuning in, it's an open conversation, but I shared some updates with regards to the LIDC. Syndicate is gearing up for that, as well as Nevis. And Nevis won the competition last year. Will they be able to defend their title? We will see come March 6th to 8th, 2025. That is in St. Martin. And St. Kitts is also preparing to participate in this competition. Let me wish them all the best, both teams, St. Kitts and Nevis. And I have to be back in both teams because I'm in division, born and raised, but I work on St. Kitts and I've been here for 5 years now. So I gotta be neutral. I gotta back both St. Kitts and Nevis and wish them the very best. I gotta wish them the very best in this competition, and I just love to see when the young people could be so articulate and express their views on really important matters. LIDC is a platform for growth, and it is really good that people are coming forward and are participating in the competition. For those of you who do not know who the participants are, let me share with you. So the team representing St. Kitts is Jalen Rose, Michaelia Tucker, Tazia Azana Shade Williams, Kayla Penny, Tony Allen, and Andira Reekner. So that's Jalen Rose, Michaelia Tucker, Tazia Azana Shade Williams, Kayla Penny, Tony Allen, and Andira Reekner. And they are students at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, CFBC. And as part of the debating team, they will be debating in St. Martin from March 6th to 8th. The other islands competing include Nevis, the defending champions, Antigua, Anguilla, and host country St. Martin. We wish these students the very best as they go forth and represent us here in St. Kitts. And the team representing Nevis, includes, let's get this information for you. The team representing Nevis includes Jiran Webb, Tejani Hunkins, Loshel Herbert, Shamia Thompson, Kijari Huggins, and the president of the LDS is Kalia Huggins Simmons, and they too are preparing for the event for this year. I think we have one more caller, so we'll take this call and we'll wrap up the conversation for today. Okay, we seem to have lost that call. It's 11:57. You've been listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I've been your host, Devonne Cornelius. Until next time, you guys, stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Use this time to rest, work on a project that you've been procrastinating on. Just take it easy. Spend time with family and friends, and most importantly, give thanks for life. Life is so unpredictable these days, you know, the saying, which has changed now to today you're here, today you're gone. But make the most of the time that you have, and God spare life. I see you on Monday, same time, same station. Goodbye.